They sit atop the fridge, silently judging. I gotta clean out this bucket. Wife, be live. Make sure you shout hello to the first 15 people or so. Okay, I have to finish. I had a lot of pours to do today.
Hello, Scott Colhart.
Hello, Scott. Scott, hope you're having a great week. No particular reason, I just hope that you are.
Hello, Christopher Lizotte.
Christopher Lizotte, that was all he wrote. This is not fruit compote.
Hello, Michelle Schulte. Hello, Hugo.
Hello.
Sarah, Lost Zodiac Productions. Big Dog Masks. Chad Smith. Stacy Hawkins.
Lost Zodiac Productions. Is that a new one? Are you a new person?
They were on last night.
You were?
Yes.
Like, do you mean Zodiac like the boat? Or like you lost astrology?
Hello, Rob Cole, Rob O'Brien, Cody Hatfield, Big Monkey Fez, Horror Beauty, Ross Riker, Robert White. What a crew.
Hi everybody. I'm getting things set up. Don't mind me. I don't store latex in the other room because it just gets too hot in there. I think you said Horror Beauty. Hello, Horror Beauty.
Lost Zodiac says they've been subscribed for a while, they just haven't commented.
Well, it's good to have you on.
Robert White is not late tonight.
I'm going to assume Sir Lost Zodiac. It could be ma'am. You never know. According to YouTube, 80% of my audience is male. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe the ladies are just noisier. Meaning they comment more. I don't know. I feel like it's an even mix.
Zodiac is a her.
Okay.
Spec, Harry Beastie, Tuckworks, Fondant.
Awesome. All right. All right. So, yeah. Let you guys enjoy the top of my head for a little while.
How have you been?
How have I been?
Chance Spec, I like her.
I've been good. Working on goat stuff. You know how you do. So, all the fur is cut for all of the goats.
Pretty good.
And I painted the teeth black. You can see that.
Tuckworks is a her also.
And I had no idea. I thought Tutworks was, I'm thinking, now see, I picture people based off of their YouTube name. So Tutworks, I've always pictured you as like King Tut because it's Tutworks Studio. What do I know? Okay, now I will picture you like the lady from the Mummy, the angry girl mummy, not the Tom Cruise one, the one that fought Evie. Forget her name. A Knocks on the Moon. That's it. Now that is what you look like in my head. Messed up body paint and all.
Masato loves the thumbnail. Panda Party Game Fun. What a name. It looks really good. Love the mask, says Chance Spec.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Panda Party.
Horror Beauty says, God, what do you picture me as?
I picture you as a horror beauty. Like Elvira or something.
Tutworks is very, very happy with your visuals. Yeah. Rob O'Brien, why are you all blurry? Is he blurry to anyone else? It's not blurry to me.
Am I?
Not blurry here.
I'm not blurred to you yet. You keep drinking that beverage. Okay.
This is my sparkling water.
Yeah, keep drinking that sparkling water. See what happens.
Yeah. Dalton Fears, hey, I hope all is well. I love watching all the new videos. Amazing work. I can't wait to get back up at dark hour.
Dude, me too. Me too. I wish Texas would a little bit decrazify. That would be awesome. I could handle 40% less crazy in my Texas. My shop is completely taken over
Hello, cobwebs.
by things. So I have a bit of a. It's hard to move around. There's crap where there shouldn't be crap. All right, so I have a number of pieces for this goat of extra hair, like this piece. This piece goes right here, and this one piece kind of changes everything. You know what I mean? Isn't that nice? Wow, much more of a finished goat. And then these guys go here, and this one wraps under this way, and the other one wraps under the other way. So then we're going to flock all the rest of this. So we'll be flocking tonight for sure. I will probably get this hair glued on, flock him, and then I will work on the horns for the 4-horned goat, which is based out and ready to go in the other room. Well, it's actually on the back porch, because that's where I do my basing out now.
We have excitement about flocking.
Yeah.
And Dalton says, yes, please do chops. That would be great.
You guys are going to lose your flocking mind.
Ryan Lippert says, flock the snot out of it.
Yeah.
And Soda says, let's flocky do this.
Yeah, so I might have to order some more black flocking. I'm gonna have to order some more. I'll be able to get through these goats, I'm sure, but this is a lot of goat flesh. Goat flesh. I will just go ahead.
Plastic Ninja says, that is one pretty goat. Dalton Pierce says, I make my own flocking if you'd like me to make you some.
What? You make your own flocking?
Dalton Pierce.
How do you do that?
Big Dog says, does the flocking get in the hair?
The flocking is going to get everywhere because it's flocking. Last time I flocked, I had flocking in places I should not have flocking. So, yes. But I'm then going to hit this with the air compressor, and that'll blow it off of anywhere that we don't want it.
Are you going to put bloody drool on the goat?
No, no one. The goat owner has not requested bloody drool, so I'm not going to do bloody drool. I don't just willy-nilly blood the snot out of stuff. There has to be a plan for blood.
1980 says, when you're in a relationship where you flock and your wife watches inheritance.
That's right.
Dalton says, I can make you as much as you need.
Well, okay, now those are very strong words, Dalton. You don't know how much flock I go through. You don't know my ways.
Rob O'Brien says, funny that it jiggles as you think.
So, like, what do? Do you shave it off of? I know some people who shave it off of animal hides. Like, I would not mind trying some of Dalton's special flocking. Like, do you have colors that you do, or what? Okay, I have all.
Says I also do hides. Yep, the color you want.
Oh wow, okay.
It takes a while to do, but it's totally worth it and it works wonders.
Okay, I did not know you were a flocker.
Cobweb says no stage 3. Cobweb, is that for us? Gosh, you guys are having all kinds of conversations. Apologies if that wasn't for us. Is this Krampus slave for, I would say, reindeer, but it's a goat.
This is the Yule goat, which has a fascinating history, and you should look up the Yule goat. There is a very old Norse tale of Thor had a chariot. Don't think Marvel Thor, think like Norse god of thunder Thor. And so he had a chariot pulled by 2 goats. And the goats, of course, were magic. When they clomped their hooves, there was thunder, and they could fly. And their special, one of their special powers was that he could slaughter the goats and cook the goats, but as long as he didn't break any of their bones, they would be fine again in the morning. The goats would just get better.
Regenerate.
So yeah, so he ate his goats all the time. And he was with someone, he went to a farmer's house. He gave him one of his goats and said, "This will feed your family because the farmer was having hard times. Just don't break the bones and suck out the marrow." But the goat was so delicious, the farmer couldn't help himself. And so he broke one of the leg bones to suck out the marrow. And the next day, Thor's goat had a limp, and Thor knew, and he killed his whole family. I may not remember that right, but I think that's kind of how it went.
Dolphin says, I also use a little electric razor that you can buy and shave off tiny hairs from jackets and clothes with a capture container attached so it only cuts the time 1/10.
That's very interesting.
But does this one pull Krampus's sleigh, Jordan wants to know?
I think that it could. And that's kind of where I was going with the whole Thor the Murderer story. I was kind of going to where Thor had a chariot pulled by two goats. So it's not weird at all to think or assume that Krampus might have a sleigh pulled by goats. Yule goats also.
Scott Clark has posted the fiery history of Scandinavia's.
Yeah. Rock on. Scandinavian rules for life. Okay.
Hello, Steve Kuzerski.
Hello, Misty.
Harvey says a Scandinavian rock.
Yeah. While this is drying, I'm going to bring in the other goat, which will be the four-horned goat. Normally, the dogs would follow me into the other room. But right now, they are enamored of the air conditioning. Because Texas.
Could this become a still costume?
Oh, yeah. Listen, everything can become a stilt costume if you're brave enough. It's true. I'm wondering if when I finally make my Beastman costume, if I should make it on 12-inch stilts. Because I am 5'11". Okay, like right now I'm 5'9", but if I stand up straight, I'm 5'11". And I just think a 7-foot Beastman would be really nice.
Leprechaun still costume.
Yes, you could do a leprechaun stilt costume, but make it 3 leprechauns, where each of your legs is a leprechaun holding up a third leprechaun. Okay. That feels pretty good.
Eddie says, I know a guy. Harvey says that would be funny. Captain Mojo says leprechaun equals little rascals. Commissar Alan, you are an educator, and I book you for a distance learning storyteller. Hey, there you go, another thing for your website.
You'll have to run that through my wife.
Oh!
Things are fine. It's not like he's gonna break.
I know, but it's just terrible.
It's not glass.
It's terrible. Ah.
Yeah, if like that broke it, like a horn fell off or something, then I'm in the wrong business. I just broke
The tiller
this.
says, touchdown. What the fuck happened? Oh, snap. Hello, Realms. And he likes the goat. Says it looks so good.
Them goats, yo.
Misty says, I work with a guy who is 7 feet, and he said he's the short one in the family. Leprechaun.
I'd like to hire his whole family, please. Tell them to come on down to the Dark Hour Haunted House. I'll put them to work scaring the snot out of people. No prior training necessary. I will train.
Giselle Parrott. You know a guy who was not eating penny stilts. He was like 18 shoots. His hand covered my entire face. 1980 thinks human centipede leprechaun edition. No. Candlestick says, what was the warm up? Throwing a goat off the roof. Was that the warm up?
You start by putting a kid off the roof, and then you throw a full-size goat off the roof.
Stacy says that's the problem. Thomas says, every time a goat falls, an angel says, oops, my bad.
Yeah.
Plastic Peter says, put a 7-foot guy on stilts.
Hey, in a way, you just called me an angel.
Heaven Mojo. I know a guy who's 5'6", but he's a really good liar. Do you think it is too soon to start booking things for Transworld 2021?
No. No. I can tell you from how it's going in Texas, next year will not be like this year. I think that just people are going to be sick of it, and I think that there'll be at least a number of damning the torpedoes. So, and hopefully we'll have some degree of control, or we will realize how effective everybody wearing masks is, and we'll all just be wearing masks, and you can wear a mask while you're at Transworld 2020. They're a lovely fashion accessory and a chance for personal expression. I think girls are generally having an easier time with the whole mask laws than guys are, because they are used to a certain degree of discomfort in their everyday to have a desired effect, whether it's high heels or in some cases corsets or whatever. They're just more used to being uncomfortable. Boy, this is a sexy looking goat.
Brandon B says, are those tree products by you or by me? Michelle says, doing a little promo with our masks, getting our logo. Heaven Mojo says, masks all the time everywhere, no age for train robbers. Ugly people like myself.
You know what? Yes. You know who's laughing all the way back on this? Muslim women. They're like, ha ha, we in fashion now.
Giselle Perrin says, we had practice with discomfort. Try wearing a bra.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's not comfortable. I know it's not comfortable.
Thomas had just finished mowing Allen style. Ran over sticks and all. It was awesome.
Listen, I just mow down everything until the mower says I can't do that. You know, trees, whatever. I have the mower at a 45-degree angle, and I'm bouncing it up and down to grind down this tree in the back. Yes, mow it all down. Sorry.
Chad says lots of angels are getting their wings.
Yeah, I'm going to jingle the crap out of it today. What am I doing right now? I'm looking up goat faces.
Angie Hale says hello. Lisa, there you are.
Hello.
Lisa, we're still there on your boy.
Okay, so this is a very young goat, but what I'm doing is I'm looking at the hair, which way the hair goes, and just how much hair is there on a goat head. And there is a lot. There is a lot on a goat. Okay, goats are some hairy things.
Webb says, do shrimps see lobsters as Godzilla? 1980 says, do regular frogs see tree frogs as pine frogs? We're in hashtag deep thoughts tonight.
We are.
Deep thoughts tonight, guys.
Okay. So.
You get a better look at the mass next to your computer.
Oh, you mean Heptaron and Shikumo?
So Shikumo is also Lisa's. And Heptaron is Robert Bowie's. Robert is on tonight. Elise is. Lisa's gonna have some packages coming to her house. How's the sea helmet coming along?
Oh, I haven't worked on it. I'll get to it. I got to start on it.
Chad Smith says, speaking of frogs, I just watched Hell Comes to Frogtown, a very different type of movie for sure.
That has one of my favorite actors in it, and all I know him as the guy who was in Stacy Keach, because he looks a bit like Stacy Keach, except he has 3 extra jaws and chins attached to his face, because he is all jaw. I forget the actor's name, but I love seeing him and stuff.
Angie Hale says, I have an unrelated yet Halloween question.
I'm ready.
Okay, we're waiting for it. Big Dog says they turned out sweet.
They did. I'm very happy with them.
Lisa says they look awesome.
Yeah.
It says, I've been working on that and it's finally come together. I'll start Creeper's group once I have a bit more work.
Cool. Okay. I'd love to see it.
Hi Alan, I watched your 3-set design video last night after your live stream regarding the reverse feng shui. Excellent video. I learned a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Finn Godwin.
Who was that?
Finn Godwin.
Cool. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. in the very beginning of that, let's say the first 10, 15 minutes, the audience was kind of just looking at me like I'm crazy. And then slowly they kind of like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. These two buckets are stuck together. You don't want them to be stuck together.
It says that you will go, it's terrifying.
Hey, thanks. We'll just leave that. I won't use those buckets. Be right back. Gotta get a different bucket.
Go see.
I'm going to try to set up a system to catch extra flocking. And my hope is that I can funnel it down into this bucket.
Wow. What's that? Wet?
Yeah, spring water.
I am an MST3K fan. I am. I love that show.
Did they ask you?
Stacy made a comment. Said, John sees an old video shows you making a pour spout on the back base of an asphalt. You stop making those.
No, sometimes I do. If I think it's going to be a heavy booger, and I'll do it.
Yes, Cobwebs, got you all taken care of and ship out tomorrow. Thank you so much for your prompt payment. And we'll get that in the mail to you. Delay Boudet says 2-gallon bucket should be in the strongman contest to see who can get them apart first.
And I think those two were put together when there was a wet urethane in one. So I think we glued them together pretty darn well. Don't mind me. I'm just cleaning a
Since you're
bucket.
always looking for things to do in your copious amounts of downtime, you should put out a weekly list of horror movies that are a must-watch.
Where would I put that list out? On Still Beast Live Creepers?
Or maybe don't watch.
Yeah, maybe you don't watch. I just watched one today. It was very interesting. It was called The Something People.
Bobby
Okay.
Wallace says, I love watching your videos, but mine never look like yours. Projects, Bobby?
I don't know what to tell you. I practice, sir, practice.
What's the Dracula in the back? Boy, I don't know what you saw, cuts. Where did you see a Dracula?
Up there? That's the Dracula's helmet mask. It is a actually unproduced mask that Trick or Treat was supposed to make, I think, but they did not. They lost the license before they could mass produce it.
What other materials can flock be used?
It's inside of jewelry boxes, not to like beat Masters of the Universe into the ground, but Moss Man was a flocked toy, and Panther was a purple flocked cat from Masters of the Universe. So it's on toys, it's on a lot of stuff.
That says, no, it's by the bear. Dracula.
Anything that needs to be short and hairy, or have short hair.
This is my little piece.
That is a Ghoulish Productions mask, which is actually a werewolf that is very uncomfortable.
Everybody, that looks great. Sorry, sorry, I missed the detail work on it. We had a heavy storm last night and power went out to 3
could have watched it at 3:15. Hello.
Stacy says we can do a weekly recap of the terrible monster movies we watch at the shop.
Yeah.
Misty Jezereski says, I want to make a werewolf EVA foam mask like your Predator one. I only have a wig head to build on. What is the best way to build up a wig head to my head size?
I'd probably just use EVA foam. I'd do it in strips, measure around your head at the brow bone, measure around your head there, and build up the wig head to that, and then go around the other way from the bottom of your chin to the top of your head, and build up the wig head to that. And then once you get those strips the right width, it'll look kind of like the rings of Saturn around it. Then what you could do is use Loctite spray foam and spray foam the wig head and build it up a little bit, because you can push that in after it gets a skin on it, and then you can get a much bigger head form that way for like $9.
You're correct, 1980. I'm not reading that. The collector mask is also flocked.
The collector? I didn't know he was flocked. I thought he was like a skin tight, leathery type thing.
Stacy says, WD-40 or tripod mount, she's squeaky tonight.
Yeah. That's because I haven't tightened down.
Cowboy says, never saw a flock rider horse.
Oh, it's a Briar horse. Is that a collectible toy? I'm not up on my collectible toy horses.
Is the red Dracula mask helmet for sale?
No, it's mine.
Lisa says, old blow molds were flocked back in the day. Chad said, are we going to see the Nosferatu you were working on earlier this year, sometime this year, or will you release it next year?
It's on the website.
Mask is. Are you
Yeah,
talking about the full costume? Or
Yeah, the full costume is coming, but the
mask is on.
the mask is already on the website.
Can foam be flocked?
Yes.
Mojo says flocking generally is no hair. It's made from fine plastic to hold a stronger static charge.
Like nylon.
Chad, that is okay. The website is constantly changing, so check it out. While flocking was tiny bits of fleece.
Also, fleece is tiny bits of nylon. So, yeah, in a way, you're correct. Right back.
I think Briar horses are a collectible. Briar horses.
They are. They're a
My
collectible
lady
toy.
said that at a thrift store, a woman was in the counter schooling the owner about Briar horses. She knew the year, the design, and even the flaws in each horse the lady had at the shop. Very collectible. She probably didn't know what she wanted. Is this going to be a practice book?
No. So I'm actually, this is a grand experiment. I'm cutting a ring off of this mask just in order to make a giant rubber band to hold this bag onto the garbage can.
That's true, cobwebs or buttermilk. It says if you want moss to grow on an outside pot, you smear plain yogurt on it, it will grow. Or buttermilk. It will. That is correct.
Which I think is the best use for yogurt.
Oh, hey, Jen. Good. I'm glad you got your stuff. Good deal. Bobby Wallace, will you have a haunted house this year? I am afraid they are going to cancel Halloween.
Okay, so I will say again, they can't cancel Halloween. Halloween is a date. Like you can't cancel July 4th. You can cancel some festivities around it. I love Halloween more than anybody else. Not anybody else. I love Halloween more than most people. If we have to cancel a couple things, or many things, to save lives, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It has to happen. I love ice cream. But if ice cream was going to kill me, I wouldn't eat ice cream. So what I have now is I have a funnel built out of a garbage bag that goes right down into a 5-gallon bucket. So if I flock over this, I should be able to reclaim all of the flocking in the bottom of the bucket.
Does this mean you can make flocking by just finely shredding fleece fabric?
I don't know.
Captain Mojo says, Shannon, you should look up baby Damascus goats. And Alan can look up mature Damascus goats. The difference is interesting. Did you guys know Alan let me have a goat?
No goats.
I can't have a goat. I can't have a peacock. He's a buzzkill.
No peacock.
I can't have a
No goats.
Cobweb says plain yogurt is great with cinnamon, cake frosting, and sprinkles in it. Really an idea of a garbage truck? I remember the old rotary molded piggy banks back in the 70s were caught puppies, pigs, kittens, etc.
The dogs thought that was someone knocking.
Where did that come from?
I just had it. What?
How did I miss this?
I don't know. Go that way and pull out a kitchen gas. I'm like, where'd that thing live?
Or Yeti.
Yeah. Sometimes you need them.
That Alan guy likes to show off. We should do a YouTube channel. Cobweb says, I love ice cream, and if it kills me, I'd eat it, which is slowly.
Sadly, yes, me too.
Hello, Joanne Crowley.
You're probably right.
Why can't Shannon have goats and peacocks?
Because they're noisy and I like sleeping. Sometimes. Not a lot, but at least some.
Stacy wants to play the baby goat.
You what?
Wants to play the baby goat.
Okay.
Rob says, wow, you like animals that scream.
She does, yes.
Chad says, you already have 3 goats. Those dogs will eat anything. This is so true. Perry Beastie says, peacocks are horrible, loud, screechy things.
That's why I don't want Shannon to have a peacock.
Tom Sar says, those are great with plasma cutting. Peacocks are annoying to keep. Every 15 minutes they make a sound like a freight train. Those peacocks just look suspect. They stare at you sideways. Someone fell into a sewer hole before Alan to have that grate for flocking. I don't know where he got that. I don't know where that's from.
This is quite the apparatus that I have going on here.
Yeah, you should block a bunch of things. You're gonna have to say, oh, what's that? Peacocks can live a very long time, like parrots. That's nice. I like that.
They can scream for decades.
Decades.
Decades of screaming. I never know where to put you. I think further back, you guys actually have a better view. Does that make sense?
Lisa says, go to the plastic surgery. Cobweb says, we will never know where this came from. I know it. I had no idea. I didn't know we had this. Happen Mojo says, you can't get rid of peacocks by dropping them off at the park because they have some sort of weird natural GPS system. They're afraid. Cobweb says, parrots can live like 50 years. That's crazy. Cut says, think about it. If you ever get bored of the peacock, just give it to Stacy. Turn it into a head dress.
Yeah.
I would give my peacock feathers to Stacy. That's just being helpful and resourceful. Stacy needs those feathers.
Did Stacy say that?
No.
I bet Tony didn't say that.
No.
We're so close, guys. We're so close.
Oh, so she says Susie Beatum is her favorite, is her current supplier. Okay, she's guessed it. Peacocks are just turkeys that are fabulous. I'd like to turn this bird. This bird is no more. This bird is deceased. Do you have latex demon hands?
No, not right away. Although someone is on to me about making Heptaron hands, so it's possible that I will eventually.
95 people watching.
So I'm going to do some fun contact cement science. I have regular contact cement here, and I have gel contact cement. And I'm going to mix the two. Hopefully there's no fire. Should be fine.
Put the hands. Yes, AZ is the future. Tomorrow's Stacy's birthday, guys.
Yeah.
And wish her a happy birthday on that Creepers page. Ross says, Alan, you're a mad scientist.
I've been called worse things. So this is the gel contact cement. It's just kind of sludgy. And I'm going to put it in with the other contact cement because I don't want the contact cement to drip and run, but I don't necessarily want it that sludgy either. And the gel seems to me to dry a little slower. So I'm hoping if I mix the two, I will get something that will do what I want. You do what I want! And now I need some black alcohol ink.
Cuts, will Stacy be mad if I ship her a peacock for her birthday? Tony might not be happy.
That is a nice gray. I'm going to go a little bit darker.
Are you brushing or spraying your pieces?
I'm going to brush it on because I have the other hairs already there.
He just says, I'm going out for lunch today. Gotta have a little beer for you. I hope you get spoiled tomorrow, Stacy.
Hooray.
Alan, I saw a custom black coat mask on Etsy today that were not bad, but yours is still the very best I've ever seen.
Thank you. That's very kind. I'm pretty happy with how he's turning out, that's for sure. Let's get all of the parts together for this. I think we'll use this one. I'm gonna make sure it's off. Oh yeah, it doesn't need an outlet. This one's battery powered. Probably for the best. I'm gonna have a brush nearby to train the hair in the direction that I want it to go. Flock. T-pin. This is not a process that I have done 1,000 times, so I'm just being careful with how I do things.
Maybe you should cover the horns.
Well, I'm not going to put glue on the horns, so yes, the hairs will land on the horns, but I'll just blow them off with the air compressor, and those little hairs will fly right off.
How does that thingy operate?
Okay, so there is a negative ion generator inside of this. And it creates a negative charge when it travels through this screen. There is a lead down here which will attach to this pin. This is an electrostatic flocking gun. And when I attach it to this little pin, it makes a positive charge. So it'll stick to it but stand up, which is what I want and really kind of neat. My dogs are very attractive, but not very bright.
1986 science. Probably says just like powder coat.
Yeah, exactly. There's an electrostatic powder coating. This is electrostatic flocking.
John Singh says, I needed only a really small amount of foam for a small pumpkin, so I used a really good amount. I got 1 to 6 volume.
You got what?
1 to 6 volume.
Cool. Okay, now I look at my reference picture of a goat over here.
Rodney Pope says, my first flocking time. See this? They are your dogs, not your smart dogs.
That you are right.
It's a micro light generator. It's simple science. In simple science.
Yeah. Works better if you boost them with a flux capacitor, but it's not absolutely necessary.
Is this your second flocking goat?
This is first goat I flocked. No, second goat. Yeah, it's my second flocked goat.
Where's the first one?
Over there.
Oh. 3-eyed.
Yeah.
So you put black ink in the gel?
I put black alcohol-based ink in the contact cement, yes.
Cabinet mode that says don't forget the dilithium crystals.
Well, yeah, the dilithium crystals, they're already in there. I don't want to forget those.
1986, I was going to say a flux capacitor, but I'll beat you to it. Making a flock goes. Scott Craig says 3-eyed goat. That's correct. Ross Riker, first goat I flocked. No, second. Nice shirt on that.
Never forget your first flock goat. on. I can't tell it's on at all. There's no noise or anything. But it is working.
Bob says the stuff happening.
Stuff is happening. Honey, do you want to grab the camera? You could read off the big screen if you grab the camera. And
The screen is not.
oh, I can change it.
I have super chat.
Okay, let me.
You want to pop up super chat? I will get the camera closer. Dogs. Oh my goodness. Why must you be so mighty?
Okay, there you go. And then you can flip it around.
Thank you. Guys, see?
Boy, it is just flying out of here onto that piece. Can you see it, honey?
Yeah.
Kind of neat, isn't it?
It is neat. Now I'm getting what they're talking about, those old toys in the 70s where, like piggy banks and the rabbits and
Yeah.
things, and they were supposed to look fluffy, but, you know, they just had that little bit of glue on there. Oh, great, Lanny. Lanny says they got their package today. Love the extras, especially the skeleton. You are very welcome, man. Everybody's getting a skeleton. If it'll fit in your package and it won't increase your shipping too much, you're getting a skeleton. I think we need these skeletons right now. So I'm glad you enjoy it. This is careful, you might flock Shannon. It's okay. Has anyone
It'll be the
ordered
first time I flocked you.
Quit.
What?
Has anyone ordered a three-eyed? Also, will you ever make a full costume showing the whole mask process?
Okay, so hold on.
I'm sorry.
One question at a time.
It's gone. It's gone. I can't get it back.
No one has bought a three-eyed goat yet. Nobody. In the history of the world has ever bought a three-eyed goat.
Yet. But they might when you see it.
But I haven't finished it yet to list it for sale.
That is crazy. It's not making any sound, guys. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, you can't tell it's on.
I can't tell it's on. But I'm just going to try to come over here so you can see a little closer, all the little hairs. But that is crazy. It didn't make any noise.
And now remember, I have this brush.
Okay, we gotta let it dry, right?
I need to brush it out first. Because I'm moving the hair because I want the hair to go in a certain direction.
Very cool. Watch the maestro at work. Sounds like Rue mixing plaster.
So, tap, 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 tap. You're killing me, Rue. You're killing me.
Rodney says you. Oh, hi.
Hi, what?
I flipped it.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. God. I got it. I got it back. Hey, like a good girl. Shannon Cam, right? Chin shot. This is not my phone. So I am trying to be very careful with it. I'm not familiar with the buttons are. That looks so good.
I am calling this goat flocked.
Oh my goodness, I love him. How long does that take to dry?
About the same time as contact cement takes to dry. It's going to take about 10 or 15
that
minutes.
is so cool. I love him. He looks so soft.
So now I need to get the air compressor.
Oh my gosh.
I'll blow off all the extra hair.
Okay, let me get a little front here so you guys can see the detail on the nose. Wow. That was so cool. Now he's got some fuzz on him. That is crazy though. I mean, it didn't make any noise. This is so great. The detail is great. It's so fuzzy. When do we get to light it on fire? Great for a werewolf face too. Are there any bits of metal in the flocking? How does it work?
It just picks up a charge.
That is so great. Wow.
Okay. Let's paint his nose and teeth. And I'm going to add long hair here, which is why I didn't do a lot right there.
Okay, so you guys can see where the fur that he glued on was in the hairline, and then the shorter fur around the face.
It's a pretty good blend, though.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Well, I would have thought it wasn't working because it didn't make a sound, but it worked. That is crazy.
I buy my flocking from the UK, from England. Thomas K, I will post a link on the Creepers page, the Still Beast Live Creepers page. Yes, Joseph, this is a whole new ball game. 1980, thank you very much for helping explain how flocking works. I appreciate it. Cuts, sweet pun, yo, about a goatee. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give this back to you to put back on the tripod so your hands are clear. That was cool. I'll be right back. We love that. So, guys, just hang tight. I'll be right back. That was fun. I'm so surprised.
I know it's silly, but I'm happy every time I impress my wife. That's really cool. She had never seen flocking before, and I got to show it to her. That's cool. Of course he should have a flocking gun. Hello, Werewolf City. Yeah, it does. It blends from one to the other pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and grab some black chin hairs. Lisa, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You cannot feel the charge if you touch it. It is possible for it to shock you. This gun runs off of a 9-volt battery. So, is the minus sign on or is the negative sign on? I always forget. Aha, thank you. O is off. I want to make sure it's off. Thank you, Ruggedly Handsome. Thank you, thank you. It would look good on a hunchback forearm. You'd have to use flesh color. You'd have to use flesh color on it. Now you have to special color up some glue, but quite possible. Hang on, guys. I'm just grabbing some hair so that I can hair up his chinny chin chin. Well, I think we'll be flocking something. No, we're not going to flock anything else this evening. Right now, we're done flocking. Yeah. Okay. Grab some hair. Well, I'm using this kind of hair. I think it'll just look nice as a long bit on the chin. Yeah. Those discs that I'm working on for that castle, they look really cool, but they sure do take up a lot of room.
Here.
Oh, wife, look at that. She brought me a flavored water. That is awesome.
It's cold. It's super fun. That is fun.
Is that fun?
You know what? It is a very, it's, compared to some of the other things you do, it's a very simple process. But it looks so soft and it blends in so well. Okay, where did you stop?
Oh.
Regular Handsome says this goes freaking next level awesome. Dang.
Hey, thanks.
Will you be painting the gums and teeth?
Yes, I'm going to do the hair on the chin, and then I'll paint the gums and teeth.
So dang cool. Hi, Lenny Mask. Big Dog says off to bed. Gotta go at it at 2 a.m. Damn hoarders. Good night, Big Dog.
Hooray! Toilet hoarders.
Braid it with beads, says Thomas R.
You know what? I thought about that. I'm going to let its owner do that, who I believe is watching. There's chances for customization. I'm a little weird, you know? To me, I customize everything that I get. Like, nothing comes to me and I just use it. I repaint it, I rehair it, or whatever. And I feel weird, honestly, taking something 100% all the way, because I'm denying them a chance to do something. Is that silly? I think I should give them a really nice base product, and then they are able to just, you know, make it their own. And that's what I, you know, she can put beads in it, or she can do some braids or whatever.
That's right, Joseph, I did. I also knew that he probably wanted a cold drink, because it'd be a very hot time of year right now. Is that Krampus with Christmas goat? Is that Krampus the Christmas goat? It could be a good Krampus. It's a Yule goat. Does the flocking hide any sins?
No, not really. I don't see the flocking as being a good hider of sins. I'm glad that it did the junction between the two so well. And by that I mean the fur and the flocking. It's, aside from hair length, it's kind of hard to tell where one starts and the other stops. And that makes me happy.
Oh, thank you, Misty.
Why are we thanking Misty?
She just said something great. She said, you're blessed to have a wife who helps us.
Oh, you ain't wrong. I know it.
Oh, very sweet. Thank you. Beads and bells and leather wraps. Thank you, Misty.
There was actually a point last night, I didn't say anything, where I'm like, maybe she wanted to wrap the horns and ribbon and add bells, and I don't know. But that's why also, when I name a mask, it's Wolfman, it's Troll, it's Orc. It's very simple, and if they want to give it a character name, I don't want to take that. I don't want them to feel like they're painted into a corner of what this character is because of how I named it. Maybe I'm silly. Anybody else feel that way, or at least understand where I'm coming from?
You have a scarecrow mask on blank. We have carnivore.
I have Carnivore, which you wouldn't know is a scarecrow mask unless I told you it was a scarecrow mask. And then for scarecrows, I decorate my skull. But here, listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Linda, listen. Just watch this week's YouTube Wednesday of a sheet ghost mask, but paint it brown and make it a scarecrow. That'll be a beautiful looking scarecrow, and you can make it yourself and you can make it look awesome.
I need to mold a real knife to make some prop rubber gloves. I was looking at the bitty side and not sure what to cast in, polyresin or silicone.
Okay, so you want to mold a knife in order to make prop knives, is that right, honey?
That's Chad Smith. I am waiting to hear his answer. He said, you read it again?
Yeah.
I need to mold a real knife to make some prop rubber knives. I was looking on the bitty site and not sure what to use to cast it, polyresin or big silicone.
Well, if you're molding a real knife, I would mold it in silicone, and I would recommend Platsil Gel 25 silicone to make the mold. Casting means to make a replica.
He didn't mean resin, he meant polyurethane.
Okay, I would go Gel 25 silicone. That's what I would use.
Cobweb says a resin knife will still stab someone. Some it's easier than punching hair into a chin for stubble, says Joseph.
Yes. You got to figure out your glue though. You have to get your glue right.
Joanne says, you're not weird, Alan. I repaint. I do almost everything I buy or get as gifts. She repaints. Connie says, yes, absolutely. Lisa loves it. And Lisa, it's yours, so it's important that you're pleased with it. So glad you're watching, so you can answer questions and such. I want people to let their minds wander with what the character can be for them. I get it, says Hollywood.
Yeah. I want to paint him into a corner and say, oh well, he named this one, Moneybags Goblin, so I gotta walk around and act like a rich guy.
Do I have to have I can't think of the name, de-gasser to use the silicone pressure pot thing?
No, you don't. It's helpful, but it's not necessary. Yeah, the Gel 25, you don't get too big of bubbles in. If you're really worried about it, you can thin that down.
Oh, see, that comes down. Yeah, Lockhart, I don't know if you guys know or not, but Lockhart is Locke and Connie Pierce. It has not even been a year. When you guys see the things they're making, it's not even been a year since they started. They came in November to Cropus Lab, and that started them, and they have and then they did Monster Camp in January, and they have absolutely exploded, and so impressed with all the things they're making. So you guys think that, you have to have all this experience. They're an excellent example. So is Third Degree, so is Big Dog. People who showed up and had some experience or no experience, and they just jump on it and learn. They do such a good job.
Kenny and Connie are one El Camino away from a full-blown monster shop.
They've got an awesome shop. When all this mess is settled and we have more liberties, they're going to have a fantastic show too. Alan, you're just an honest artist wanting to share your talents with others, which is inspiring. Tens of thousands of the original on their own. You supply the campus and tech support.
That's the hope.
Thank you, Thomas Hart.
That's what I want.
With an 8, you will go pulling him down the streets. That would be cool. What color would they all be? Would they all be different colors? Yeah, I guess you could make different colors for little goats.
Yeah, there's several colors.
White one.
If you looked at the reference that I pulled up, now most of the ones that she sent me were black, and that's why I went black. Yeah.
Alan on a sleigh is Crombies. They've got a great visual going here.
I've kind of done that, actually. I play Krampus quite a bit. I think aside from Wolfman, I am Krampus the most.
Lockhart, I need to rid my ship of said El Camino. You guys should see Lockhart's new hearse they grabbed. They're gonna have wrapped for their show. It's a beauty. It is beautiful. They brought it here to pick up an order, and my neighbor sent me a text message asking if I killed Alan because a hearse was showing up at the house. Hi.
So I have to let this chin hair dry, like you do.
Lockhart says, I got a coffin for it too.
The silicone has to dry on the chin. And this is going to be, you can braid it, you can do whatever you need to do on it. And I want to do some long hair back here.
Linda Forbes says, why am I being told to listen? I didn't do anything this time. I promise. Listen.
Linda, listen.
Listen, Linda. Cool if you could make smoke come out of his nostrils.
You know what else I was thinking? It would be awesome if I could have a shrimp on his mouth. I want to say it before somebody else said it. That was a preemptive shrimp strike, yo. Okay, so what I'm doing now is right back here behind the ear. There's leeway, and I'm just putting some long hair back there, which will also be good for carrying beads or whatever.
1980 says, I mentioned shrimp. Why
one time.
I think it was more than once in 1980.
Chad says, okay, reading on the video site, what do you suggest I cast the knife in? Would A, polyurethane riverboard, would it be firm enough to not be floppy?
That's a better question for Mitch. I would think you would need something with at least a 45 durometer. And even then, I'd put an internal skeleton in it, i.e. paint stir stick or something.
All right, good night, Cobwebs. He's got to drive home. 3B. You outdid yourself on the Yule Goat. He's just...
Well, I'm very happy with him. I don't think I messed it up, which is always nice. I am afraid of shipping, I'm not going to lie. I think this guy's going to be like $80 to ship. But I have a business that I'm passionate about, and I think as long as passion keeps being what drives my decisions, I think other people will, more than, you know, an amazing head for business. I don't know, I don't see that as a bad thing. Okay, so I want to do a little bit around the eyes, and I'm going to paint the teeth, of course, and the gums. I think all the shippers are by weight and size, both. And weight's never a problem for me, it's always size. In that case, Lisa, let's just see what the real shipping is. I'm sure Shannon's on it.
Let's see. Justin Portella says he loves it. Joanne says,
I love it. Oh my gosh.
shiny wet nose. I've gotta do some. I'm gonna take some pictures of him tomorrow before we box him.
Here's a problem.
Oh.
Like, this
No,
isn't,
no problems.
this isn't like a standard operational Yule goat.
This is not what all the goats are gonna look like.
No, not every goat will look like this. This has 3 kinds of hair work on it.
I know.
It has EVA foam horns, EVA foam ears. This guy is a beast, man. This is every tool in the kit, which is cool, and it's a beautiful piece.
But, well, this is the first full goat you made.
Yes.
So he's got a lot of level.
Yes. So this would be just the way I price things normally. This is $100 for full head mask,
Go ahead, latex.
$25 for the foam ears, 25 separate teeth that attach. So that's $150, and then 25 for horns, $175, and then the fur hair, probably 50 more bucks for hair. But you know, I like this.
You guys remember when he made the polar bear? A lot of work went into that. That was not expected.
Yeah. No, and that's not a problem. That's how it goes.
We're not complaining.
That's what it is. The first one you learn.
You're learning.
You learn on.
It's a good goat. The deluxe goat with all the bells. Supply your own whistles.
This does have bells.
The beard is great for profile view. That's what it needed, and it looks great. It does look great. Four-horned goat is going to be bigger.
Four-horned goat is going to be bigger and a little angrier. Yes.
Good night, Misty.
Yes, yes. But let's get painting on teeth and stuff.
Goodness.
Goodness.
You're very attached to this goat, and so am I. It's
Um,
hard to send these guys away.
I've wanted to make a Yule goat for a while, so when she kind of suggested it, I jumped on it. What a great... I have a fondness for Christmas monsters, you know? I have a fondness for Christmas monsters. That is a fair statement. One day I'll make the Yule lads. I want to make a Gryla. I think that would be awesome. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:56 p.m.
Okay. So I'm going to paint these teeth here quickly, and then we'll use the rest of the night to work on the horns for the four-horned goat. But my battle plan is that I will be able, tomorrow during the day, I can fur up. I can do the fur on the four-horned goat. And if I get the horns blocked out tonight, you guys have seen every part of the goat process. So I can get the fur attached, I can get the ears on. You guys have seen all that already. And I will save the flocking and finishing of the four-horn for tomorrow night.
Gorgeous work, just amazing. For the horns and large appendages, have you ever tried high-strength magnets to make them detachable?
I have not. And you're building in a weak point when you do that. I don't like that because you're building in a weak point. And I just don't, I'm not a fan.
Well, thank you, Finn Dog Wolf. There's $10. Thanks for answering all my questions.
Oh, Finn, thank you so much.
Joseph says, sorry, Lisa. It's like one of their pets now. You'll have to wait for the next Yule goat.
No, no, no.
1980's got a copyright Xmas leprechaun.
Also, I'm not a I'm not a collector. You know, I don't have the gene where I want to keep a bunch of things. You know, I have a few Beastman toys I like. You know, I have some toys I hang on to, but I'm not a big collector. It's not in me. So if I had a reason to keep this Yule goat, if I wanted to use him for a show or something, and you know what, I am all about disposable art. You know, I made this. I can make another one. I don't have to hang on to it. Everything it took to make it is up here. And that is a power that you get and that you give yourself when you make things.
Something that big, they would still be knocked off with magnets. A hydra mask would be fun. Mats in the center with foam-filled heads on the snakes, on the sides.
I actually have a rig for that for a multi-headed giant in my head that I want to do one day. It is a 5-headed giant. And it's kind of a hula hoop with different heads on it. And as you move your head, you might move your head to the left. This one over here moves to the right, and this one moves back. And it's a rig that you know, gives a little more life.
Zombie Christmas song. The guy's name at Biddy is Mitch, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna go to Biddy on Monday because Chad's coming out. We're gonna cast Chad's head. We're gonna mold Chad's head.
That would make a good mass bulk pack Gryla, the Yule Cat, and Christmas lights.
And I have a great sculpt and mold for a Yule Cat.
Rodney says, I'm jealous of your goat, Lisa. Lockhart says, beard looks great. Couldn't have done better myself. School Studios says, wow, it became a wonderful monster. Great job.
Hey, thanks.
Lisa says they can keep the goat if I get Boris.
I'm sending you the goat.
Spray paint collection looks extensive.
Yeah, well, I build a lot of things, so I need a lot of things.
Oh, Stephen Bishop, $10 to help with the awesome build. Thank you. Ron DeToy says he is a beautiful beast. Chad Smith says, I emailed Mitch. I'll probably place an order online and pick up while I'm down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens because there's always a chance that we could go into lockdown again. And when I say chance, it's I think it's likely and it's inevitable for our area. And this is going on a little pink, but this is red, and it'll look pretty dark actually against the skin. Steve, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chats, guys.
Thank you.
I really do. And you know what? Make sure that you guys ask. I don't know everything, but what I know is yours. But I don't know what to say all the time. So make sure you ask questions. If you want to learn how to do this and you want to make things, whether it's for a living or for fun or for a show, ask. I will help. If I know it, I will tell it to you.
Are you excited to be molded, Chad? Chad's got to get his melon molded.
These two colors are over here, yellow and white.
That says the goatee. Yeah. Lisa, are you going to put beads or anything in the goatee? You're going to leave them as is. Chad says, I'm headed to our Graceland, everyone.
Jungle room is where it's at.
Chad, you have to take selfies with the doggos. Connie, I have learned so much from you. Very grateful for all your help. Thank you, Connie. You guys astound me at the speed you jumped in on things. Are you going to wet the nose?
Oh yeah, I have to wet the mouth. I'm gonna wet the nose. Yeah.
1980. I think if Alan watches The Little Mermaid, he'll have Who's-Its and What's It Galores, Thingamabobs. There's lots of cool stuff here. Rodney Pope, I don't know anyone as willing as you are to offer like you do. Much appreciated. Michelle, are you going to go live with Chad's mold or share the video on the creepers?
Hey Chad, you mind if I go live while we're casting your head?
Lisa, I like it as is. I might put a bell on down the road, change it up through the years. Going to take good care of it.
Hooray.
Connie Pierce, thank you.
What's
Connie
that?
Has $10 a super chat.
That is awesome. Thank you,
Thank
Connie.
you, guys. Do you have a vacuum former? Would love one for my shop for future projects.
All I have is a dental vacuum former. It is 6 inches by 6 inches. So it's not a big vacuum former. It's meant to make teeth sets.
Chad says, nope, I'm totally fine with you showing the process.
Okay. Chad, are you claustrophobic? And if not, would you like to be? Okay, so I am obviously painting the teeth right now. Yeah, tomorrow daytime, I'll get everything done on this guy except for on the four-horn goat, except for mounting the horns. I think we'll see how it goes. Let's
Chad
see.
says he's not generally claustrophobic, so I guess we'll find out real quick on Monday.
We will find out together.
Are you claustrophobic coming from a haunt guy can be intimidating, says Jeff's creations. Or very endearing.
I'm gonna go with that first one.
Lisa, what are you going, is someone going to wear this, or is he going to be,
Isn't he in a Krampus parade?
Is
I
it
thought.
a Krampus parade? I don't remember what's he gonna do? Good night, Stephen Bishop. Thank you again for your contribution.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Dirty B. Thank you for all the knowledge. Thank you so much for the $20.
Dirty B.
Thank you.
I think you're a perfectly fine bee.
Yeah.
I don't care what
Who
they
calls
say.
you that?
Thank you, Dirty B. I appreciate it. So, if there was a kit, like, of things to buy, okay, and because I'm thinking about doing like a make-along type thing, where I put together like all the materials for a project in a kit, in a package, and ahead of time you would buy it, and then it would be delivered to you. And I don't know what it would be exactly yet, but any interest in that? And then we would do a live video where we would all make it together.
Alan Hirsch. I just wish I was young again to have made myself like you, Alan. That breaks my heart.
I think people doubt that the impact that they make on others. I have been blessed because as I was growing up, the internet was growing up. As I was growing up, haunted houses was growing up. And I'm, you know, a lot of me is that I was in the right place at the right time, and I had the right amount of cojones to start doing stuff. And I don't doubt that for a minute. That a lot of my success is timing. The internet was starting, haunted houses were just kind of starting to really kick off as a real business. And I was able to hop on forums and say, oh, I've done that. I could help them with that question. And then, you know, the more questions you answer, also the more you learn, you know. Helping people is good. I want to be in a position where I can help people more. So I learn more. There are times when, you know, I learn processes just so I can show you guys on YouTube Wednesday or whatever. Something that I want to know. You know, it's going to be another tool in my toolbox. Everything going okay, love? Is anybody responding to my kit build-along idea?
Yes. First off, say good night to Bishop. Dirty B. I've watched and learned from you for years. Thank you. Lisa says, maybe an event, nothing guaranteed now, but he will be a prof afterwards. School Studio says, thank you for sharing your experience with us kindly. front of you, sir. Chad says, we all like you on the chat, so you are a welcome addition on the screen. Oh, to chat. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Gosh, guys. Came fast. Rodney Pope, $10, following all these amazing creatures. Thank you.
Thank you, Rodney.
Rob says, yes, I was thinking to sculpt along. And Rob just got a stand and resin head for him.
Oh, awesome.
Rachel says, that would be amazing. Dirty Santa, count me in. Chad Smith, that's a really cool idea. Connie Pierce, oh wow, that would be so cool. 1980 in ancient Pompeii, they used molten lava and ash to make life casts. Dirty B, that would be fun. A Zoom-type group video kit project would rule, almost like an online class. Michelle Schulte, $20. Supporting you and the fellow creepers is a good thing. Thank you
Thank you so much. You guys are so kind.
Lanny Williams, that would be cool. 1980, what medium would you want to sculpt on? Fondant, the kit would be an amazing idea. Lisa Aaron, $20, thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Wow.
Tara Art, the kit sounds like a cool idea, great idea. It would be a virtual maker's party. You could even do a Monster of the Month kit subscription.
I guess we could, yeah.
What medium would I, oh, I'm sorry.
You know what? The easiest thing to do, honey, would be a paint-along, where it's a blank and the mask paints that we're getting ready to sell and bottle anyway, and have a kit and send that out, and then we can paint along. What do you think?
I think we need to get some sculpting tools.
You better get on it.
I'm ready. Fondant says, it was funny, my mother had said you should do something like that weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Rob says, yep. Finn Godwin, count me in too. The kit is a must, please. You can also do something with EVA foam horns. You can laser cut and send out small tubes of contact cements. It would flat pack, says Stacy.
That's true.
Ronnie Pope says, I would definitely do any of those ideas. Hello, Enigma. So, yeah. Alan Hirsch, awesome, awesome, awesome.
Very kind people on. And they're the same people who are kind all the time. Just a little bit in here. I'm waiting on my teeth to dry.
I have heard of all these make-and-take groups. We have nothing like that community, but I'd love to be a part of a group like that. This kit would be the next best thing, says Chad Smith. Michelle says the kit's a great idea. I love the kit idea, guys. Joseph777 wants a Krampus kit. Mike Murphy, do a paint by numbers for masks. 1980, you can do a spin and splatter type class. Stacy said creatures and cocktails.
I think that might negatively affect the look of the creatures.
Painting and wine was such a big thing.
Okay, so I'm going to actually mix up a color here to go inside the ears. I don't, I'm not going to crazy paint the ears, but just a little splash of color in there so that.
Great thing. If I need to make mold repairs to a hydrocal mold, is Pro Epoxy the best way if the mold is older?
That's one way to do it. A lot of times you can just get away with 5-minute epoxy and just glue that sucker back together. Like a DevCon 5-minute epoxy. I've done some testing because the Gorilla Glue 5-minute epoxy is not any better, so don't spend that 40 cents more. Okay, so there's A little bit of color inside of the ears there.
How much did you say it was total for him?
Okay, so a Yule goat in this fashion. Let me do it again, just for clarity. 100 for the base mask. 25 for horns, 25 for latex teeth, 25 for ears, so 175, and then there's yeah, because there's two more kinds of hair, so that's 50 more. 250. This guy would be 250. This is a $250 mask. With the horn accoutrements and and all that stuff on it. And now years ago I did a different goat, and what I'm going to do with my three-eyed goat is the same kind of deal, where I'm going to do LEDs up on the horns and have lit candles and like candle wax, so that the goat itself is a candelabra. So I'm doing that with the three-eyed goat at some point in time. But kind of like the bear. When I did the polar bear, I thought he was going to cost about. But then I get started on it. I start doing it. I get excited, and I add and I add and I add. But yeah, I mean, this is. I think 250 is fair. I think it's fair. Yeah, and I don't price things based off how cool they are. I have a very clear pricing system of, if it's a half mask, it's this much. If it's a full mask, it's this much. Is there hair? That's $25. Is there two types of hair? Then that's $50. Because sometimes you do, on some Krampuses, I will do a fur cowl like this, and then long hair all the way around it, which is it's a nice look, but different product, different cost, and time. This guy's getting really close. His teeth are dry enough right now. They're dry enough. I'm gonna do some staining on the teeth. Let me get some stain. What's that?
Good reviews on the kit idea.
Okay.
But it says the candles on the horns is a great idea.
I did that mask a few years ago, and I was very happy with it.
That goat lives in Indiana now.
Yes, yeah.
How do I send you a tip? Alan, do you mean a cash tip? Thanks for the price breakdown. It helps me a bunch in pricing mine, says Chess.
Happy to help.
If you want this Christmas mask, you'll go to Alan, says Johnson.
There's other folks who do Krampuses, but I kind of am the Krampus guy, I think. There's a few things where I don't mind saying, I'm the werewolf guy, I'm the Krampus guy. There are others who are far superior at zombies and other things, but I think I hold a decent ranking with Krampus.
I'm sorry, John C. If you want this Christmas mask, we'll go to Alan. Gotcha, John C. I am answering several different messages and stuff going on, so sorry about that. Sounds good. Mike Murphy, after watching these videos, I think your prices are a little low.
Some people say that to me, but I feel like they're fair. And I would rather someone have my work than not have my work.
Good, looks like it's going to bite off Alan's hand.
And I don't think that I am hurting anyone else's business with my prices. Like, my prices aren't so low that I'm hurting someone else's business, you know.
How do you feel people are watching?
So I love that stain on the teeth. And the stain I'm using is Saddle Tan Gel Antique EcoFlow from Tandy Leather. I'm going to let that stain dry, and well, I'm kind of spreading it a little bit.
Thank you. Alan Hirsch, $25. Thank you.
Alan Hirsch, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Really.
Alan says, I love every one of my Alan Pops masks.
You have a couple.
Your pricing is very fair and makes sense for your cost and time.
All right. And, you know, another thing, I have a marketing cost built into this mask too. So let's just say that over this video that we're making right now, over this video's life, it'll probably make me $10 or $15 on YouTube. And that's over like a 5 or 6 year period. So it's not a huge amount of money. But I have to consider that, you know. What if I get new subscribers from this video down the road? There's a marketing cost built into it. So I have advantages because of how I do things that some other people might not. Alan Hirsch, thank you so much for the super chat. Everybody who has been super chatting, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very kind. Yeah, this feels pretty good. I want the stain to dry, and as soon as the stain dries, then we're going to wet the nose and the mouth with a varnish. My buddy goat.
Rodney says, I have 8 Alan Pops masterpieces.
You do?
Chad says, honestly, I thought Rodney had way more than that. Cuts FX, Ghost needs a dent, the goat needs a dentist. Checkers Jiffy, the stain has made an appearance in almost every one of his videos. That's
I do, I love that stain.
LC, your work is impeccable, and the time you take with fans, priceless, really.
Thank you. I don't like the word fans, I'll be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't know. I guess.
Connie says, I get it. Urban Molnar, hello, says, can you use liquid clear nail polish for eyes instead of epoxy?
You can, but don't use it on real big areas because it can crack. So the epoxy dries flexible, and nail polish dries not flexible. So if I were going to do these teeth with the nail polish, I would paint each individual tooth. I wouldn't just slather it on the whole mouth. Slather on the whole mouth, it's going to break. Each individual tooth, you've built in flex points in between them and stuff. So that will help.
Just for kicks, you should put some demon eyes in it, says 1980.
But this is you said just for kicks.
Just for kicks. Probably just needs to place them in there so they can see it. Claudia says that there are many more that I need. Connie says, I'm a fan. Chad Smith says, I agree, Rodney. We all need more. We need more monsters. Elvis says, thanks for that. The clear nail polish doesn't crack. It's for acrylic nails. The gel clear polish doesn't crack, is worried.
Oh, okay. Then that might be a way to go.
Have you tried this on since fur?
No, not yet. But I try on every mask before it goes out, but I want to let everything kind of settle on this guy. Gotta get the eyes. There, we'll just set them right there. That's what we
Excuse me.
He's a little cross-eyed. Look at one eye at a time.
Stacy says, wow. Chad says, yes. Good suggestion, 1980. That's crazy. Tony says, that's beautiful. He says, okay, that is a statement. Wow. Sideways pupils for goats, says the hairy beast. Sideways. What would you recommend for cleaning the inside of a mask after wearing? Example, preparation.
Oh.
Perspiration, saliva.
I use Lysol wipes. Lysol wipes are awesome. And when at the end of the night, I'll take 4 or 5 Lysol wipes and I'll put them inside of my mask, and I'll let the vapors come off of the Lysol wipe and continue to help out that mask.
Good eyes with pupils run sideways. Yeah, that looks super creepy. Holy moly.
Okay. But
Lisa wants to buy the eyes. It's Lisa's
But-
baby.
But Lisa, is this the display piece?
She said that she doesn't know what she's going to do for right now because the event she was planning for may cancel. So it could be worn. It may, in the meantime, it may be a prop just sitting somewhere in a neat area, which is why she probably is interested in the eyes. It is uncertain what its fate is right now, but she has plans. Alan, can I buy the eyes too? She says. The eyes you won't be able to see. That's true, but she can.
Wife,
Yes. Okay.
put those in Lisa's box.
Okay. I got your eyes, Lisa. She says it's probably going to be a prop. The eyes look awesome. 1980 gets a tiny cut for the upsale, says Jack. Is it possible to make the eye removable so you can do both?
Well, you just do an insert. You mount the eyes onto like a wig head or wherever you display it. When you take it off, the eyes are not attached to the mask. They're attached to the head underneath. Okay, let's gloss the nose and let's gloss the.
1980 says for a cake, just add flamethrowers.
Let me call Jake Farmer. I have a guy for that.
We really do. That did look kind of awesome.
What's cool is, what's today? Today's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
So tomorrow's Friday. So this goat is finished tonight, and I will get the 4-horned goat, I think, finished tomorrow night. Although, I do still have Saturday to round out goat week if I need it. Yeah, he makes me happy.
It's 9:30. 98 people watching.
98!
98.
98. I think you're pretty great. 98. You're better than chocolate cake. Speaking of which, I have banana ice cream over at the house. And I might eat some after a while. Okay. I do love me some cupcakes.
Goat week has been pretty cool.
Hooray!
Yeah, Harvey says I have cupcakes.
a little more high gloss varnish in the old airbrush photo.
Everybody's laughing at you, 1980.
Why are we laughing at
He
1980?
says, okay, since no one's asked yet, what is the formula for mask paint? Everybody's laughing at it.
It is 1/3 casting latex. It is 1/3 distilled water and 1/3 latex house paint from Home Depot. I pick 13 colors every year, and these are the colors that I use for this year. Next year I will come out with, I'll pick 13 other colors, and that's how I can kind of tell my mask years apart. So even if I make a mask over a couple years, there's going to be some slight differences in it. I do it that way though because as a person who sells them, I might get someone who says, I want one of those, and what I give them has to be the same. It has to be really close. Now, of course, colors may vary a little bit, but I gotta get close.
If the Yogo came out this good, I could hardly wait to see the Prophecy Bear.
Oh, I'm excited about the Prophecy Bear too.
My goodness, and shrimp don't sound so bad now, does it? Oh, any ideas on where to get a good armature $75 line? I think Bourbon Industries had one years ago.
You mean a sculpting bust for making masks? Monster Makers has one. Bex has one. Those are heads. I sell a half mask bust on my website for making half masks. Wet on the eyes, we are wet on the nose, and we are wet on the mouth.
But says get yourself an Ed head. I had no problems. That said, I just pulled that trigger on the Ed head and bought it. No regrets. You're very pixeled all of a sudden. Wait, don't put that on you. Check your thumb. Your thumb okay? It is pixeled.
That's you.
No, other people are too. Yes, I am too. I'm not sure what that is. Check the resolution. Picture just got super pixelated.
I just killed the Wi-Fi on my
You're gonna reset.
computer. Did that get fixed?
Wait to see.
Are we fixed? Now I have no comments because I killed my computer.
No, super pixelated. And better. This is way better. Makes it way better to see it.
Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it? Did we lose it?
The time is now
Hang on.
2:37 p.m.
Computer's Wi-Fi.
Both my phones.
I hit the airplane mode button.
And I am now black screen spinning. Hang on. Now you are still lagging.
Yeah, I'm a little lagging. Well, I'm not lagging. I see it clearly fine. But, yeah,
Not even.
interesting.
I just watched. Hang tight. Hang tight.
Yeah, we understand that it is pixelated and lagging, and right now there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to throw on this goat mask.
Yeah. This is what we're doing right now. Not sure what's going on, guys.
If I get your help. Just pull the floor down around my neck, please. Get down.
It's improving a little bit.
So it looks a little weird on me because remember I have zero neck, none. So this is a little bunched up. You have a longer neck. My vision actually is not bad. I can see pretty well.
You look, you're, okay, we're improving. Imagine that coming at you 2 feet taller on stilts. Awesome, looks amazing. Awesome mask, so good. It looks awesome. Mask is terrifying, I love it. It's a very hairy dildo. Christmas in July. Video's better, we're improving. Not sure
Look
what
at how
happened.
big the horns are and how little they wobble. That's cool to me.
With the Krampus mask, there we go, you're up. With the Krampus mask come with birch switches.
We could include a rutin with it, R-U-T-T-E-N, a rutin.
Yeah, it looks great. Picture's good. You're good. Did you shine up the nose?
What's that?
Did you shine the nose?
Yeah.
Okay. I love the horns. They don't wobble.
No, I don't want them to wobble.
Give it a little movement so they can see how stable the horns are. Manny Williams, awesome. Picture's back. Perfect. That is an awesome mask. Did you say this one was $250?
Yes.
$250, Justin. How hot is it?
It's average mask hot. The mouth is actually pretty open, so I can breathe and I have good airflow.
Is it because of the liquid nails that they don't wobble?
What's that?
Is it because of the liquid nails that they don't wobble?
It's because they're foam, they're lightweight, and they're very securely attached to the head.
The goat is fantastic. Please sign it, Alan. That's from Lisa. Lisa, there's your boy. Now give him a side view. Side view. That's great. Now you have to be thinking about minotaurs.
I am thinking about a Minotaur. You got me.
Headbanger's Ball. Yeah, Michelle Schulte, she guessed it. Headbanger's Ball. He's freaking awesome.
I'm a goat.
The goat is wearing the goat. You see kids running, hearing the bells. Mike says, you continue to amaze me. The mask rings a bell. Wow, I can confirm the horns are light yet very tough. Brian Lippert got a Krampus mask shipped yet last night.
Yeah, he got this built the same way. Yeah.
He got big horns on that Krampus. They're very lightweight. Wow. I gotta. Lisa, I'm gonna photograph him tomorrow before we pack him up for you. Holy
And if you
moly.
look at me, I'm not covered in sweat or anything. I mean, it's not like it's terrible in there. They have pretty good airflow through the mouth, and my eyes are about a ½ inch back. If I wanted to, I could pad the back of the head. It holds on very stable. I was moving around pretty good in it. So I'm happy. I'm going to put this on a head over here.
Harry Beastie says a t-shirt designed like Kepteron. That's a great idea. Where's Jonesy who would drive that cat nuts? When you put the fur on like that, do you still have a strap on it?
Well, it's a full head mask, so it's a full head mask. I don't need a strap on. It's not a half mask. It covers my full head.
Brian Booker says I caught the first
Like
narrow-
this.
I caught the first narrow doorway in my hall with the horns. They took it like a champ.
Yeah. Well, they're meant to. I would rather the horn pop off than jerk your neck around, because I was a Minotaur running through an area with big horns, and they were real cow horns, firmly attached to a baseball helmet. And I caught camo netting on the ceiling, and it really jerked my neck good. And I'm like, you know what would be awesome? Horns that came off instead of hurting me. So it'll come off as one whole unit, and you just glue it back on with contact cement if it comes off.
Minotaur still costume?
Oh, absolutely. Minotaur stilt costume is happening.
Lisa said amazing transformation, but it all started with a great sculpt. Probably should do a headstock if you're going to work it to catch the sweat. Or a swivel.
I just put a headband on. When I'm in my Wolfman mask, I wear like a tennis sweatband. That works really well for me. So gang, it is 9:45, and I won't get very far on those horns tonight. So I think I'm going to shut you guys down. Lord knows what happened with our internet for some reason. And then I will clean up so that tomorrow, and I might go live a little earlier working on stuff. But I feel like it's been a good night. We were kind of Yule Goat focused. I didn't see Brandon D on, so hopefully he can join us tomorrow because he is the four-horned goat guy. And I got to put my flocking gun away. I have to clean. Looks like I made a goat in here. Wife, you ready to say goodnight?
Good night.
Say goodnight.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much, everybody.
Everybody, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. What has happened with the live feeds and even bringing back YouTube Wednesday and everything, you guys are the silver lining for me on coronavirus. The world is changing. And it's our job, all of us, to make some of that change be for the better. So thank you guys very much for the goodness that you bring in my life. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Go make stuff.